Party, a splinter group of it. And I'll not be talking about this alone. I have distinguished gentlemen here who are going to give us top analysis about our topics today. We have Mr. Victor Aya. Victor, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me once again.
All right, we have Sunday Odibashi.
Okay. Yeah.
You're welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, now straight onto the topic now, to politics. Now, if we go back, we're going back to history now a little bit, and we go back to the 2015 general elections and the way the PDP lost the election. A lot of people attributed their loss of this election due to problems and crisis rocking the party. And from my research, during one of the interviews of a former deputy speaker of the House of Rep of the PDP, that's Prince Chibudim Nwuche, he said that the PDP failed because the party has failed to listen to the wise counsel of its leaders. This advice included the need for the party to re-examine its leadership selective process. And a lot of people have said different things that has caused the crisis in PDP. So now, where do you think now, following the party's convention now in December, now start from you Sunday, where do you think that the People's Democratic Party has failed to learn? What do you think they have failed to learn?
It's not necessarily that the party has failed to learn, but some individuals have failed to learn.
All right.
Like what is happening present in the PDP is not necessarily conflict. Okay? If you win for election and you fail, you must accept the outcome. Because 9 people went for the National Party election.
Yes.
1 person won. And that office is meant for 1 person. Now, if you had won, you would have expected others to comply. Now, when you now lose, you have a duty to comply. Now, looking at the faces of those who say fresh PDP,
yes,
there's nothing wrong in that. In 1978, Wazir Ibrahim formed the Nigerian People's Party. Now, he now went into alliance with Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. When he now found that Azikiwe was becoming more popular, you know,
yes,
and was controlling the party, so he left and he formed the great Nigerian People's Party. That's why we had MPP and we had GLPP. So we could have PDP and have PDP
yeah,
if they want, but they have to go and register.
All right.
So as far as democracy is concerned, or the constitution, that structure is illegal.
Okay.
You know, absolutely illegal. Okay, that is one. Then secondly, the PDP can continue. It depends on where the soul of the PDP is. When they actually had crisis, the leadership crisis involving McCarthy and Modu Sheriff, people knew where the PDP was, and they knew where forces were supporting. And by the time the Supreme Court gave the judgment, they now went into action. And I think that was when the PDP crisis ended. So what is happening now is that there are just some undemocratic elements. Because democracy is about participation, it's about choice. So your own choice must not be superior to any other one.
Thank you. I will start from where you just stopped now, the line where you're taking it to now. Now, Victor, here now, we have this fresh PDP and we have PDP. What do you feel is the impact of this new faction now on the party as a whole? Will the party be stronger or will it be less stronger with this new faction arising?
It is going to weaken the party. But I'm not happy because the fresh PDP is a group of people that are indisciplined. Indisciplined in the sense that, as Sunday had rightly said, if you go for a contest, you know, with limited positions, you don't expect to win at all time. When there is a contest, some people must win, some people must lose. And why I'm very pained is because they have not exhausted the internal mechanism put in place, because there's a reconciliatory team in place that is led by the governor of Bayelsa State, who is going around to mediate with those who felt aggrieved of the convention. So I would have expected them to wait for the outcome of that. Every organization have proceedings. When there is any contest, or if there's any disagreement, you have to exhaust that internal mechanism put in place first. But in the PDP, any small thing, they have broken up. Any small thing, it shows high indiscipline. I'm not pleased with these people. That is not the way things are done. When you are working in a company that is disciplined, if a staff commits any offense, the staff will not just be sacked. They issue a query. The staff will, you know, respond to that query. They will examine the query. If the query is, you know, is satisfactory, You know, they can forgive the person if it is not satisfactory. They can place the person on suspension without pay for a period of time, either a month or 2 or 3. If that one is not satisfactory or that cannot serve as a detriment, you know, then they can sack the person.
So you feel that this fresh party now,
yes,
they shouldn't have...
It's an act of indiscipline, because why should they just, simply because the convention was held and you failed, you are just breaking out? Why can't they go and form a alternative party? Why must they always be coming out with the fresh PDP, new PDP, this and that? They should go and form their own party if it is so easy. So, to me, they are not disciplined, because they have not exhausted the internal mechanism put in place. Reconciliation is taking place right now. They have now awaited the outcome. Then they are just breaking out.
Now let's go back to this the PDP convention, which was held on December 9. And then most of them the crisis. Most people feel that the crisis is resolving as a result of the unity list that was developed for the election, and people are saying that they were marginalized and it wasn't the general representation of the party. What do you feel about? Do you feel that this is what caused the faction?
Well, I think it also shows the inexperience of Nigerian politicians, or their destructive tendency, so to say. Power is not given. You compete for power. You have strategies. Okay, your strategy should be how do you overcome your opponent. Your opponent does not plan for you. You plan for yourself. He plans for himself. So by the time they came with the unity list, they probably would have gone back to also form a coalition. There's no political party that is homogeneous. All political parties are heterogeneous with diverse interests and diverse identity, including ideological fault lines. Okay? Now, when you have it that way, the party only regulates these things, you know, all these differences. That is the function of the party. So you have a right to go and form a coalition. When others are forming their own coalition, then you now come into bargaining and trade-off. And that's where you now contest for the power. So when it's not a marginalization, it's just that they had a superior strategy to others. Don't forget that the Southwest, they had 7 candidates.
Yes.
And they were told to go and bring one consensus candidate. They didn't do that. That is one. Secondly, PDP also zoned the chairmanship to the South. Okay? Yes. Now, they were now having, it was for the Southern leaders to now come together and now decide on the micro zoning. Should you go to Southwest or Southwest or Southeast? Okay, they also failed in that. I remember they held 2 meetings. I think one in Enugu, another in Port Harcourt. Yeah. Even Northern leaders participated, trying to see how they can come up with consensus candidate. But they failed. Especially in the Southwest here. All the aspirants, all the candidates, they insisted they must go for the election.
For the contest, yes.
You know, when there was an attempt to say, okay, let's streamline and have consensus, they came down to 3. Others said no, they were not consulted. So that is basically, so when you now have an opponent who has a superior strategy, you don't complain for defeating yourself, because it's self-defeatist. So it means that you didn't think properly. Somebody cannot think for you, think for yourself. So you are bound to take out the results, accept as it is, because that's democracy. So it's a self-failure that they're not shifting out. It's not marginalization. That is what politics is about.
All right, Victor, let's hear your view on this issue here. What's your view?
Yes. If you look at that contest, the entire Southeast did not produce any contestant, because they know what they are positioning themselves for. I'm suspecting that they are positioning themselves for the position of the vice presidential candidate come 2019. So for that reason, they harmonize their differences and say, look, let us not contest for this position, because if we get the position of the chairmanship of the party, there is no way we are going to, you know, contest for the position of vice presidency. That is acceptable. They knew what they were looking for. The entire South-South zone, comprising 6 states, only produced 2 candidates. That is Raymond Dokpese of AIT, Dark Communication, and Uche Secondos. But the Southwest produced about 9. And again, Ekiti, you know, produced the national treasurer. Yeah. And yet, another candidate also came from that place. So these people did not harmonize their differences. They were unable to agree on consensus candidate, and that was what actually worked against them. So the issue of blaming party, I think it's a failure of you know, lack of cohesion. If they have come together solidly, they would have been able to get what they were looking for. So for a zone to produce 7 to 8 candidates for a single position, they should know that it would have been very difficult for them to have gotten that position.
All right, before we go any further here, we first of all had the Fresh People's Democratic Party talking. Now let's hear reactions now from the People's Democratic Party. Let's take a look at this report. All right, you're welcome back. You're still on to Editors Forum, and we're talking about the emergence of the Fresh People's Democratic Party, a splinter group of the People's Democratic Party. And earlier on, we had Victor Anya and, of course, Sunday Odibanshi. And right now, we are joined by Biodun Shomi. Biodun Shomi, you're welcome to the show, to the program.
I'm pleased to be here.
All right, we're still talking politics here, and we saw a video here, reactions trailing the splinter group, the emergence of the splinter group. Now, what does this all say as regards the People's Democratic Party being a viable opposition party to the APC, to the ruling All Progressives Congress? Biodun, let's hear your take on this.
Yeah, I think it's a very interesting development because if you see the build-up to the PDP convention, many people thought probably they'll get it right. But when they got to the convention, the internal dynamics of the party changed the atmosphere on voting day. And we all thought they would step in quickly, to nip the whole thing in the bud. But unfortunately, there were disgruntled elements in Southwest. There were also those who were joking for presidential ticket in the nearest future, also having their own internal game. That if you say I won't get it as you promised, then we would
other things will happen.
Yeah, so it's quite very unfortunate because it clearly shows that we are not yet matured in terms of liberal democracy. One, number two, it underlines the absence of ideology. You can sleep in APC tonight and wake up in PDP tomorrow morning. We talk about the thieves in PDP. We were talking about that 3 years ago. Well, today the same people are in APC. So how do you tell the difference? So it's quite sad. And that is why you see the same scenario playing out in both parties. What happened to APC happening to PDP? What happened to new PDP is not happening as fresh PDP. So it's quite an unfortunate development for our democracy in our country.
All right. Of course, we've been having various defections here, and even a lawmaker, Agbona Ima, also defected to the PDP. So right now, to the APC, sorry. So right now, Sunday, what do you feel now as regards this? How do you see PDP as a good opposition party?
Well, I think first of all, before position as a good opposition party, the party leadership has to go into work. First of all, you have to assess who are these people, what's their market value, what's their political assets, and all that. And when you ascertain that, because the faces we are seeing do not even look like grassroots leaders, people who can go and speak to the grassroots population and they listen to them. They do not see. So they are just using the media hype, to maybe gain relevance or so to say. So the PDP leadership needs to go to work immediately. Like he talked, the reconciliation initiative is still ongoing. But again, there are two things to do because this is a rebellion. The election was held, no matter how it was held. People watched it. And it's the first time a political party in Nigeria since 1999 is conducting an election to elect the party leadership. No political party has ever done it till today, from 1999, none. So, including the APC, the present leadership, they were not elected. So we are seeing a change now coming from this, and they should learn how to manage it. So the earlier they manage it, the stronger the party will now stabilize to play the opposition role.
All right. Victoria, what's your take on this?
Well, for now, I don't think we will talk about playing a role of opposition. What I would advise PDP is to do everything within its power to ensure that the reconciliation team does a very good job so that those who are aggrieved can be, won back to the party, because as we are looking at that, these people can play a very vital role of a spoiler role, because if it continues like this till 2019, it will make the PDP to have a very tough task ahead of it, to go for that election, because I'm saying this because this was what happened in 2014 when 5 governors, broke out of the PDP. That was what actually led to the failure of the party, not because of corruption, as some people are being,
insinuated,
being spread across that it was because of corruption. It was not because of corruption. Corruption is everywhere, all over the world. It is just the magnitudes that is different. There's no country where there's no corruption. So if those 5 governors had not left PDP, I bet you there was no way APC could have won that election. So I'm advising PDP that it should do everything with its power to ensure that there is solid reconciliation, so that those who are aggrieved now will shield their souls so that they can work in harmony. It is then when they are united before they can begin to play the role of opposition. If there is no internal unity, if there's no unity, there's no harmony within the party, they can never play the role of opposition. So my advice to them is for them to do everything within its power to ensure that those who are having divergent view, who are disappointed or who are angry with the convention, and want back to the party so that there will be peace in the party.
Okay, Victor Hayanya is harping on unity for the People's Democratic Party. Biodun, do you feel that this new party now can pull a stunt, and do you feel that unity of the party, of everybody coming together, do you feel that it will help the People's Democratic Party?
Well, I doubt it. I felt in my assessment, the PDP did ask for it. When they went to the convention, they went to the convention with an agenda to ensure that they depopulate, the ruling party following Atiku's defection. They did not even hide that. What they did was to come out with so many constitutional amendments in a way that it makes it possible for somebody to defer to PDP a day before, submission of nomination list, and then you still qualify to stand for election. So they've done all that, and they didn't hide it. Of course, the opposition ruling party will not go to bed, and there are some other forces within the PDP themselves that will not go to bed and said, okay, hang on a minute, okay, we will create your own crisis for you too. So Nigeria is a theater of comedy. It's quite very interesting the way the whole dynamics is playing out. But in between that, when we are talking of real opposition, I cannot see the APC or PDP providing that. Because, look, if you sleep tonight, you wake up tomorrow morning in PDP and in APC, your sins are forgiven. No matter how grievous those sins are, what fundamental change do we want to bring to society? What you see is just interplay of individual, the ruling class factions, fighting amongst themselves, changing camps overnight. But in terms of the development of the country and the well-being of the people, nothing has changed. Let me give you a very good example. Look at the issue of fuel subsidy. We have had all manners of excuses, on this scarcity of fuel in December. Oh, we have to remove subsidy. Oh, it's deregulation. Oh, it's too early, it's elementary. We have just done it, you'll see the effect later. Oh, we'll allow everybody to bring in fuel. The only excuse we have not given since Jonathan's day, even since Obasanjo's days, till now, is to blame God for fuel scarcity in Christmas Day.
No,
so what has changed?
Get back to 1992. We started the importation of fuel during the time of...
Well, let's not go too much on this process because that will be our messed up. But let's still hold on to this this new splinter group now. How do you feel, Sunday or Dibashina? How do you feel about this new PDP? Do you feel we should be wary of them, and do you feel that this group can pull a stunt?
Well, it's a disappointment, but it's not a surprise. Like he mentioned, there could be some fifth columnists within the party waiting for the banana peel to be spilled, and we pick, they run after it and cause whatever confusion. But I think the PDP leadership, the PDP leaders now, they have 2 things to do. One is to sanction them if they strongly feel they are going against the party, to sanction them outrightly. Now, the second one is to negotiate and strengthen reconciliation. These are the 2 options available to them presently, and they have to do it fast before it's too late. And if you know you are forming a fresh PDP, it's legal, it's allowed, go and register. We had MPP, we had GMPP, so we can have PDP and have FPDP. So you go and register with INEC. So the PDP that is being registered with INEC, they have their certificate of registration and everything. They are there.
But do you feel they are strong enough to register for a new party?
Of course, you can register for a political party tomorrow if you want. So they can go and register.
They made the
they have to apply.
guidelines.
But don't forget the constitutional